Hey, what's up everybody? Paul Soares Jr. here. Today is April 5th, 2012, and it's the grand opening of the IndieFort bundle. And this is brought to you by Gamersgate. They are a reputable distributor of digital games. And let's take a look at what's in this bundle. So there are 6 games. There's Kenshi, Cardinal Quest, Black Market, Wandless Rebirth, Devil Whiskey, and Steel Storm Burning Retribution. Basically what you do is you pay one price and you'll get a license for all 6 of these games. So here's how it works. Down here, you must pay at least $5.99. So what you're going to want to do is give to the people that put their heart and soul into developing these games, and that's what this box right here, extra to the devs. So what you want to do is contribute a little bit to them because they split that right there. So once you figure out what you want to donate, and I recommend you give a few bucks extra so that these guys can continue making these awesome games for us. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've played each one of these games for a short period of time to make a video, and if you stay tuned, you're going to see about a minute of each. There's easily worth 100 or 200 or maybe even more hours of gameplay all told in these games. No question in my mind, this is a no-brainer. So go ahead, make your donation, and your contribution is going to go down here toward unlocking even more goodies. We've got some soundtracks here, something secret. We don't know what it's all about there. But the more that you contribute here, the faster we'll unlock stuff. Right now, this website is not live. I've been working on this site, this project with Gamersgate and the developers for a few weeks now, so I've got access to this thing before it goes live. But it's going to be up for about 7 days, so you get plenty of time to get in there and pay and get this bundle. Again, this to me, 6 games, one price, no-brainer. All these games are fantastic. So now listen, I'm going to stop talking now, but stay tuned because I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay from each of the games as soon as I shut up. And here we go. So anyway, I'm going to bid you farewell now. I hope you get involved here, and if you do, don't forget, give a little extra for the devs, and we'll continue enjoying their awesome games. Okay, stay tuned. First up is Cardinal Quest. This is a top-down classic dungeon crawler in the vein of Gauntlet or Golden Axe, perhaps. And basically what you do is you enter a dungeon. Well, first you choose a character. You can choose one of 3. There's a wizard, fighter, and a rogue. I have here my wizard. And you proceed into the dungeon and slaughter as many creatures as you can without getting slaughtered yourself. Oh dear. Okay, let's do a shadow walk. Now along the way you will find skills, or in my case spells since I'm a wizard, and you'll need to arrange these in this hotbar here because you only have so many. So part of the game is not only slaughtering, but you'll have to manage your skills wisely so that you can survive. So as simple as it may seem on the surface, it actually can get quite complex. What do you think about that? Wrong guy. So anyway, this is Cardinal Quest. Next up we have Steel Storm Burning Retribution. This is a classic style, old school top-down arcade shooter. Very much in the spirit of a Galaga, for example. Now you have a highly advanced hovercraft unit here, and you can upgrade your weapons throughout the 25 missions that you will play as a single-player mode. You'll find the weapons within the missions, and you can hang on to those between missions as well. There's a multiplayer component, which you can play up to 16 players. The terrain is somewhat destructible, as you can see here, and you will uncover various equipment that you can use to help you in your quest to destroy all of your enemies, which come in various shapes and sizes and power. Let me show you my beam weapon. Oh, I love the beam weapon. The game comes with a map editor. You can make your own maps and share those with your friends. There's achievements and unlocks. And in fact, one of the unlocks, you can actually play the game in first-person mode. I have not gotten that far quite yet, but oh, I'm going to die. Well, there you have it. Steel Storm, Burning Retribution, top-down style arcade shooter fun. We have Devil Whiskey. This is an old-school style party-based role-playing game where you essentially roll up a party of adventurers, and you can choose from multiple races and classes, and you set them all up with some gear and you send them out into the wide world to get into trouble. There's multiple villages and towns and dungeons and ruins, and you basically slaughter monsters and take their loot. And I'm going to try to run from that. Oh, I made it. Good. So right now I'm being chased through town, and as you can see, this is it's a turn-based game where you kind of wander around on a grid. You can't really see the grid, but nothing happens unless you're moving. In fact, if you have any familiarity with games like Dungeon Master or Eye of the Beholder, these are all old school games. SSI Gold Box, for example, then this would be right up your alley. Oh, you know what? I'm probably not going to be able to run from this one. So why don't we get in a fight and see what happens. So anyway, this is Devil Whiskey, old school role-playing game, party-based again, lots of dungeon crawling and people to see and visit and kill and take their stuff. Next up, we have Black Market. This is a 2D space simulator. You can play this in two different modes. One is a campaign story mode, and the other is a freeform sandbox mode. You basically travel around the galaxy. You can be a space pirate. You can be a smuggler or a bounty hunter. Essentially, the galaxy is your oyster. Right now, I am taking on a couple of pirates here, and let's see what happens. Hopefully I can get through this alive. Now, you can become a smuggler as well, but you've got to be careful. There's random events that may happen. You might even have your ship searched. Ah, I just gained 10 notoriety. Excellent. Found some sparkling water and some cash to boot. And I have gained a level. And yes, indeed, this is also an RPG. You can upgrade your skills like so. You can get missions from the various planets when you land. In fact, I have a mission right here, don't I? I have to speak to Lydia, Wyoming. Let's go and dock. They'll repair my ship. Excellent. Now I can go to the market and buy and sell cargo. I can even get illicit drugs. Wonderful. Port info, the market. You can go to the bar and chat with the locals and get missions, apparently. You can go to the mechanic and equip and unequip stuff that you've purchased. And here are the ship items that you can buy and sell. Buy new weapons, armor, all sorts of things here. And there are actually many factions that you can get involved with in one way or the other, either passively or aggressively. You decide whether or not you want to be a peaceful trader, a mercenary, a bounty hunter, even a smuggler, or become a pirate, which I'm not going to do now. So once again, this is a Black Market 2D space sim. Next up is Kenshi. This is a free-roaming, squad-based role-playing game which focuses on open-ended gameplay. You can pretty much be anything you want. You have multiple characters. Your main character can be a trader. You want to be a businessman. You want to be a mercenary. You want to be a landowner, or even maybe an evil bandit and just terrorize the local realm. Well, there's nothing stopping you. There's a little bit of turn-based in here as well, as you can pause the action, right-click, and give orders to your main character as well as your hirelings. And the world itself is absolutely enormous. It's all in 3D, as you can see here. And if I bring up the map, you can see all the towns and places of interest that you can explore, terrorize. You can even build your own towns and your own armies, or join a local army. There are multiple factions in the game, and it's pretty much open-ended. You can do what you want. Now, I consider this very much like Mount and Blade. If you've ever played Mount and Blade, this appears to be very similar to that in gameplay style. So, anyway, this is Kenshi, and again, it's a free-roaming squad-based role-playing game. And last but not least, we have Wandless Rebirth. This is a retro-style RPG, very much in the vein of the old Nintendo Entertainment System RPGs such as Final Fantasy and Secret of Mana and Zelda, etc., where you have a massive game world to explore, and you have a character that you can build up. You can actually join up to 3 other players and play online with 3 of your friends if you like. So there's a 4-player online co-op. There are several story mode. There's a story mode. There are several game modes you can play. This game has quests. It has a huge game world to explore. 4 different characters to play. 50 skills. 40 some odd enemies to slaughter. 15 bosses to kill. There's crafting. You can purchase blueprints and craft stuff. You can augment your gear with gemstones that you find along the way. And it's got very fast-paced combat. And again, this can be played online on a public server that you can join. You can even host your own servers and make it private or public. And again, this is Wandless Rebirth, retro action RPG.